What is it exactly you do for a living?
John Dillinger robbed banks.
John Dillinger had better weapons, faster cars, and could outrun, outgun, and outthink law enforcement.
If there was any one time to be a criminal, it was then.
Let's go to Chicago and make some money.
In terms of weaponry, Dillinger had an unlimited arsenal. And Dillinger had the Ford V8, which the cops didn't have, so there was no catching him.
It was one of the fastest cars of its time, and Dillinger used it to its fullest extent.
Which one of these here cars is the fastest?
That would be that Ford right there. It's got the new V8.
We're gonna take that one.
That's Sheriff Lillian Holly's personal car.
Good.
The running board was a huge deal because he would line hostages up along the side of the car. Hence, the police officers would not start shooting at innocent bystanders. They would outrun them because most of the police officers at that time were still driving 6-cylinders or 4-cylinders, and then they would drop the hostages off outside of town and then continue on their way.
Dillinger wrote a letter to Henry Ford telling him he made the best goddamn getaway car in America.
On springs too tight, jammed twice. For the most part, I was carrying a couple of 1921 Thompsons and a couple of 45s. We did have quite a bit of training with regard to the Thompsons especially. A lot of people make a mistake and they think that the Thompson is simply just fired straight from the hip, which is not the case at all. It is a rifle and you do sight it, so it's not just a kind of, you know, it's that.
Prohibition against agents routinely being armed has thankfully been lifted.
Because back in the 1930s, not all agents were provided with handguns. Many agents bought handguns, so there was more diversity in weapons than there is nowadays.
Law enforcement in general was completely ill-equipped to go up against Dillinger. Dillinger's use of technology made him almost invincible.
We're too good for him. They ain't tough enough, smart enough, or fast enough.